With my researches a little bit here and there, you know, from a lot to little information about this kind of a lens I'm really interested in to buy. When you look for quality, size it doesn't matter, budget doesn't matter in a way, and you don't care about other things complaining, whatever they're complaining about to you, it can apply to you, right? So everybody's like, I'm looking for something super light. Okay, I don't care about super light. It's okay. I'm looking for something less expensive. It's okay. I can buy it because I know what I'm doing in my day life, or I know as a professional photographer, I know what I'm doing. So it's okay. So tell us about the quality. Oh, I don't know. I tested it out and I don't know. So for me, looking for this kind of a lens and putting it in my mind, I'm gonna be showing you that I bought the Leica SL 50 1.4. Now, I don't want to bore you. I'm gonna say I did unboxing and all these things, but I'm gonna open it like just in the camera and show you that this lens, from what I think and I know, it should be amazing without even trying it out. So you get you get the pouch with it, like, you know. You get the warranty and you open it up and you have the lens. Oops. And you have the lens and it's heavy. I have nothing to share with you really besides opening just the lens in front of you. One, tell you why about it, and why do I care about image quality so much that a price of this lens is not supposed to be on my way. I always looked for something like top of the line, built amazingly, because I know Leica is well known for, and I shared my experience about what happened with my Leica SL when it fell on the floor and it came out perfectly working without any problem. And when I saw a lot of people saying, I sold this, I like this, I didn't like this because it's too heavy, it's too this, too that. Now they have a different version for the Leica SL, which is called the Apu, something like that. It's, I think, really small, really light. For me, it doesn't matter. I really rather have something bulky like this and heavy, and I know the element of the glass, and I know the quality of the glass is superb. Now we're gonna say like everything Leica makes is superb. It's obvious, but when you have extra power, extra effort, extra thoughts, extra love, extra ideas from day one before you start making things and adjust it to different sizes and quality, this is still will rock. Why? I'm still a believer of the Leica SL first generation, and I know their love and thoughts and originality is still there. From there, everything was born. This is the same thing. So sometimes when you look at original things, this is what matters. So let me put this on the Leica SL that I just bought, where you can see the previous video, and tell you how it feels. To be honest, I'm very excited. I didn't try it. I love to take photos of it, which I will. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try to put the cap on, cap off. I'm sorry because I need to do the two-hand thing, but it's not gonna work. Okay, so we do this. And I need to update, of course, this camera and put the whole thing. Okay, no dust. Let's hope for the best. Bellissimo. Leica SL with 50 SL 1.4. Comparing this with the Leica SL 24 to 90, you can see almost they are the same size-ish, maybe. Horizontal, okay. They look amazing. Like, we have to give it this credit. See? I'm sorry. Okay, look. Like this, right? One is with the grip, one without the grip. It doesn't matter, but you can have an idea. So you have this, like this. Perfectly beautiful. Why 50? Why not 80 from the other small lenses? Why not 35? I love to have this kind of 20, you know, I have the Leica Q, right? So, or the Leica QP, you know, the nicer one, the limited edition one, if you want to go to this direction. And when it's 27, as I remember, it's 27 or 28. Why am I speaking? And I'm guessing it's here. It's 28, 1.7. So when it's 20, this is 28. So I said, like, everybody's going toward the 35. So if everybody is like, cool, I don't need to go and line up and say like, wow, I love your choice. No, everybody have their own needs with how they look at things. They say, oh, 35 is popular. Who cares? It's all about you, my friend, not about, oh, it's popular. Popularity doesn't mean I need to love shit or I need to love what people love. I'm sorry, but you know, this is how people need to understand these things. You know, not everybody's buying or it's the hot thing I need to go for. By the way, I'm not talking about Leica, I'm talking in general. Like everybody say 35 is the king or whatever. No, it's not. It's not for me, for example. So where is the king standing now if it doesn't apply to me? So it applies for him, it's okay. It doesn't apply to me, it's not okay. So stupid. Anyway, for me, 50. You know, see, again, nobody need to follow my trend or not to follow. I say, this is the one, go and buy it. No, I'm just trying to say that when I bought the 50, because I don't want to be stuck with this kind of a 35, because I don't want to say it's too wide, but at the same time, it's I want something relevant to everything all in one. And what I think 50, from, you know, a little bit experience with lenses and the zoom range and all these things, I understand between 50 to 70 is the perfect thing for everything. From portraits, from landscape in a way, and from shooting fashion, this is important. All these things. 50, it could solve a lot of like situations to change lenses, because it's sitting in the right spot. When you want to shoot landscape, you can of course just go to the back a little bit and shoot perfectly landscape with a good compression, and you do your magic. When you want to shoot fashion, it's a good situation that is not super compressed, but at the same time you have a really good settings inside you can do. I'm not this kind of a student, just graduated from this university, and I'm happy because I learned how to do the depth of field. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say that this 50 is sitting in a perfect position for almost everything in a way. Now for you it may apply different because you're street photographers, you need 28 for example, as the Leica Q, so go for it, that's fine, it's perfect. But for me it's not gonna be perfect. I have the camera, it's not because I'm against you, I have the camera, so we are not speaking the same language as what we need and what we not. So you understand, now people understand what I'm saying, so I'm not just saying because I don't own it or I have it and I'm speaking differently about it. So this is not the point or the case. The only thing I'm concerned, and I can't wait really to try, that the compression of the setup of the lens, because of course YouTube, it's amazing with their videos and none of them make sense with their review about lenses. I wanted to know, if you shoot portrait, let's say, does it have a distortion? This is the big thing I wanted to know. Does it have a distortion? So if I want to shoot like look at my frame now. I'm sitting like on the side and it's a dead space in this side. Now, does it, because of this lens, it's a cine lens, does it distort? Of course, I'm not distorted at all, but with this cine lens. But with this lens, does it distort? Does it have a distortion, this kind of a barrel thing when you want to take a portrait of a person? Because for me, shooting people, models, fashion, it's number one when it comes to lenses when I look at things. Even when I shoot sometimes with the Leica Q, stupid shots, and I don't really mean to do it as a really professional work with it because I know how it distorts and how wide is it. So I try to have a small kind of a awkward look from it. That's all, but not all the way as this is the final cut. No way. So what I'm trying to say that I wanted to know, this is what I'm excited to try and share with you maybe in the later on and tell you what I think about, and for sure I will print it because a real photographer will print their work. And I shot videos talking about you need to print your work, you need to print your work, you need to print your work. And this is important, and I will show you something from this lens. So what I'm trying to say that it's a great lens, built-wise. I'm not I'm not gonna fool anybody with information, but as it's have to be a great lens, not because of the price. Of course, with this price you can buy a reasonable body with the lens from Leica. You can buy a Leica Q. You can also buy another body from Leica. So a lens alone costs as much as the body, or a body and a lens. It should be really good. And also, when I pick up the 50, I know the range of the 50 is going to be amazing. Some people may argue this is heavy. The Apo, the one from the Leica SL, the new version, it's lighter, is this, is that. Different elements, different group, different thoughts, different ideas, different everything, different color rendition, all these things. Who understand this? Pros like me, and probably you if you're watching this video. Who doesn't understand it? The one who's going with the smaller version that Leica made for them. So Leica's targeting two different kind of people, this and that. And believe me, if Leica making another, like let's say this is 50, right? If they're making almost 90 or 85 or 100 from this kind of a lens, not the smaller one, believe me, it will be successful because they are targeting the right kind of genre of people. The Leica S 1, 2, 3 medium format, I love it so much. I own the 70, I own the 110, 120. So they have a really great, amazing everything from that generation or that lineup. So what I'm trying to say, they know who they're targeting. They know who's gonna speak with them, to them, for them, by them. So this is the way. But when the amateur people are coming from like affordable, like crappy cameras, and they come to this luxury world of camera making and quality, this is where confusion start coming out and confusion start mixing in. And this is the problem, and this is where it needs to be addressed really. Like you either need to know who you're talking to, or you need to understand, are you swimming in the right pool? Because apparently now it's a very messy pool in the photography world, unfortunately. But nevertheless, videos like this can target like maybe 1,000 or few people watching this, or views. This is the right amount of people, because I don't want to have millions, because you're not going to have millions of photographers really, especially when it comes to professional ones. There are only few, believe it or not. Pro photographers, professional photographers, creative artists, directors, there are few, my friend, not millions. So million of views are for the entertainment industry only, few views for the professional industry only, because it's obvious. If you're gonna have a million photographers in this world, I mean, there is no fashion industry, there is no this, there's no that, there's nothing. You're gonna have everybody's doing the job, you know? But the pros are very little that they fly them from one country to another country, from a hotel to hotel, from a campaign to campaign, because they are very well known and they are the real deal. And this is pretty much about it. Speaking of like photography and Leicas and all these things, please check. We made a very nice group, almost 5,000 people now in it. It's called Leica Club, where all the photographers from Leica, whether you have Leica S, SL, Q, M, CL, all and Deluxe, any Leica cameras, you can be in this group and post your work and share your thoughts, your ideas, whatever you think, value information, instead of everybody going to a different group. So I made this group and it's very successful. I just opened recently and it's amazing. And if you'd like to check my real work as a photographer who's just not just talking but really proving what he's talking about, you can check my work at expertotv.com, ramsino.com, Ramsey Spencer. And if you'd like to see some of my social media and backstage about my photography with models and destinations, you can see it at Ramsey Spencer on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you'll find this a little bit different ideas, not just unboxing, because anybody can just open a box with the lens, which is, it's obviously and makes sense, but having a different point of view and this kind of a discussion, this is where it lands to kind of like, okay, I understand what's going on now. Okay, because when people don't talk about it, people don't know about it, people don't even try to bother about it. But when I talk about it, for example, like, or anybody talk about this kind of information, that, okay, wow, now I think I make up my mind better. I need to understand better things. So this is where it comes more nicer and handy for this kind of thing. And that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.